for just a minute. All right, and let me teach you what you need to see, all right, in order to be successful. Yesterday we did a GCF, all right. Now, when you look at these problems initially, is there a GCF for number 1? Is there anything common? No, 8 goes into 16, but 8 doesn't go into 1, right? You remember, you have to look at all the terms. You have to look at all the terms. So there's a 1 here. Does everybody agree? Right? Now, eventually, you're just going to be able to look at that and say, well, that's just x plus 4 times x plus 4. Now the question is, how did I know that? All right, so please, I'm going to show you. It's so easy. You can do all these 84 problems in maybe, for those guys who are good with your arithmetic, maybe 10 minutes. All right, but the problem is, how do you see that? All right, so now I want to show you. So you got to look up now. Hey, you're doing something. You're doing something, I'm talking. Now, if I said to multiply x plus 4 times x plus 4, I'm going to show you a little bit different now. All right, because I had you stacking them on top of each other and then multiplying. It's kind of boring. All right, and I said eventually I'm going to show you how to multiply so you can just multiply in your head. All right, so today's that day. All right, so watch. First thing first, what's x times x? Okay, then I show kids what's referred to as 2 smiley faces. If you can draw these 2 smiley faces, then you can see the middle term is obviously 8x. So let me show you that. All right, so we multiplied the first thing together. All right, now here's what I mean by the smiley faces. One little happy guy here and one little happy guy here. Now when you go to high school, they'll talk to you about FOIL. I never teach my kids FOIL. It's called first, outer, inner, last, because it doesn't work on all problems. All right, so I don't like to teach you something that's just for specific cases. All right, now when you do your smiley faces, how much is this right here? 4x. How much is this? So that makes what? 8x. And then 4 times 4 is what? 16. So here's the procedure. X times x is x squared. 4x makes 8x. And then 4 times 4 makes what? 16. So that's how you multiply in your head. So you can all should be able to do that now. All right. Now the question is, how did I know that without knowing what the factors are, how did I know so quickly that it was x plus 4 times x plus 4? So now let's go through that. All right. So the only way I can make x squared is what? X times x. So that, now you don't have to write anything, remember? It's just x times x. All right, now you're asking yourself what multiplies together to get 16. We could use 1 and 16, 2 and 8, or 4 and 4. So which combinations of factors can make 8? 4 and 4. That's how simple. And I want it to be what? Positive 8, so I know it has to be what? Positive 4 and positive 4. Now, the reason why you're going to get 100 on your next test is because you can check your work. Right? Is that correct? Well, we do a smiley face. How much here? 4x. 4x makes 8x. X times x makes, and positive 4 times positive 4 makes positive 16. It's very simple. Very simple. All right. Now the second worksheet is harder. You don't have to turn down. I'm just showing you. The reason why the second worksheet is harder is because the leading coefficient is something other than a 1. That's what makes it more difficult. Anything with a leading coefficient of 1, we classify as just simple. All right. You should be able to look at it and tell me what the answer is. All right. So now let's see how good I am. All right, so now I'm looking at number 4. You don't have to write it yet. You don't have to write it. Just put your eyes up here. All right, always, there's no GCF. So now we're opening up 2 sets of parentheses. Now, what's the only way we can make b squared? B times b. Now, what are the only factors of 3?
3 and 1.
That has to be the answer. 3 and 1. Now, we're still going to do the smiley face because that's 3 and that's 1. But with the 3 and the 1, I need it to be what? I need it to be -2. Therefore, the 3 must be what? The 3 must be negative and the 1 must be what? Positive. So now, b squared, b times b, -3, +1 makes -2, and -3 times +1 is -3. So everybody go with that. All right. Now, last one before you get involved. Last one. All right, now number 7. Here we go. We always start with 2 sets of parentheses. What's the only way to make x squared? X and x. Now, here's the question. What are the factors of 20 that make 9? Connor, this is what I'm talking about. I'm asking you specifically to pay attention. You're flipping up and down on your iPad. That's why you're behind. You understand me? All I'm asking you to do is what? Pay attention. Answer my somewhat rhetorical questions. You hear me? That's all I'm asking you to do. I'm trying to make you a great student. You're satisfied being okay. Look up here like everybody else. You're not doing anything else but focusing on my lesson and my explanation. And in a minute, I'm going to let you loose and you can do whatever you want on your iPad. Right? You hear me? Look up. No, I don't. Look, it doesn't matter to me. I'm watching you flip up and down on your screen. You're not supposed to be doing that. You're not understanding me. Guess what? I don't care what you're doing. What are you supposed to be doing? Watching me. That's all you're doing. Because while you're looking down, I'm not giving you a hard time. I'm trying to get you to understand me. When you're looking up and down, you're not listening to me. That's why I'm making people stop and just listen for a few minutes. All right? You got 84 more problems coming. All right? Now, what are the factors of 20 that make 9? 4 and 5. Could 2 and 10? Yes, but that doesn't make what? 9. Could we do, well, that's it. So you would choose, well, you could choose 1 and 20. But 1 and 20 don't make 9. Does everybody understand that? The only factors of 9, or the only factors of 20 are 4 and 5 that make 9. There are more factors, 1 and 20. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? 1 and 20, there's no way to combine that to make a 9. 2 and 10, no way to combine that to make a 9. 4 and 5, you can combine that to make a 9. Now we want it specifically to be a what? -9, so we want it to be what? -4 and -5. That's what we'd want. Why would you want it to be +5? Okay, maybe I made a mistake. I doubt it, but maybe I did. So let's change it to plus. So do our smiley face. -4 plus 5. That's +1, not -9. Everybody with me? So now look here. And again, I'm glad some of you guys thought that because that means you're paying attention. Again, please watch. Highlight. I'm highlighting. X times x is what? X squared. Now please watch this. -4, -5 makes the what? -9. And last, -4 times -5, +20. You're adding them. That is correct. That's why it's hard for kids. That's why I say it's really hard, because in your brain, you got to multiply and add. And some of you have trouble multiplying, let alone multiplying and adding. That's why it's really hard. Okay? Not really. What? Say it? I can do them all pretty much. Yeah. Here we go. What?
How come x's if you're adding them?
Say it again.
Because how come both of the x's aren't 2x squared?
Because you're multiplying.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
So you're multiplying
The only one we're adding is
the middle. That's exactly correct. That's right. All right? So now, here we go. Now you can start looking at your iPad. All right? Now, We'll go with Sebastian. All right, I'm just going to go around the room and you're going to tell me if you understand what I did. Now, look, as soon as you're good, just go, but double check and hear me. All right, Sebastian. First thing we do is open up two sets of parentheses. So what? So P times what? P times P. Now, the factors of 7 that make 8. 7 and 1. Now, what are the signs? Both negative. Right? Now, some people last year used to say, well, what if I did P minus 1 times P minus 7? Does that matter where you put it? No, because I tell them 2 times 3 is the same as what? 3 times 2. The order in which you multiply doesn't matter. Easy. Anybody have any issues with that? All right. Here we go. Number 13. Cole.
So what would you do? X.
Two sets of parentheses.
And then,
What are the factors of 14 that make 5? 7 and 2.
so
Now you want it to be positive 5, so you want the...
plus 7.
That's exactly it. Plus 7 minus 2. If you want to double check, put your smiley faces. 7 minus 2 is 5. X times x is x squared. Positive 7 times negative 2 is negative 14.
So is it the same thing if you write x minus 2 and x plus 7?
Beautiful. That's what we just said. Perfect. All right, Will, number 16.
So you have to omit A, and then do plus 3.
Look how simple. Very good. Lander, you're up, number 19.
You do x and then x plus 6 and 2.
Yep. And then?
You want it's negative, so you put 6 negative.
Exactly correct. All right, I'm feeling pretty good. Miles.
Okay, that would be S and S. And then,
What are the factors of 4?
and then positive 7, wait, no, negative 7 positive.
Thank you, buddy. That is correct. Now look, it is important. I can't get to problem 80 and all of a sudden you say, I don't know what I'm doing. You can't do that. If you're not understanding 22, speak up now. Let me help you now. Anybody have any questions? Now again, you should have number 25 before Julian tells you what the answer is. All right, go Julian.
So do the X and plus 3, and from X minus 9 and X plus 3.
That's how simple it is, guys.
Oh.
Right? X minus 9, X plus 3. Okay, so I'm at... Go ahead, Hanson.
X minus 7 and then x plus 4.
Beautiful. All right, I'm feeling good. All right, Miss Bain.
And then so plus 3.
Now look right here. Look up. How much is that? Which would make... No. If you're adding them,
Oh,
we want it to be what? So it should be... Yeah, it should be what? Negative 8 and positive 3. Good? You all right?
Mhm.
All right. Number 34.
So I'll be and I'll be plus 2 plus 5.
Simple. All right, Carly, help me.
Okay, so it would be x and x. And then it would be plus 5 plus 5.
Exactly. All right, Caroline Danzy.
It would be d and d, and then the first one would be d minus 3 and then d minus 3.
Look how simple. Very good. All right, Madeline.
Okay, so
Tell me the factors of 6. Yeah, 3 and 2. And you want it to be? So I want the 3 to be and the 2 to be. You understand me, right? Smiley face, -3 plus 2 gives you -1. All right, Catherine.
Okay, so that would be the x's in parentheses. And then it would be minus
Now, honestly, here's my idea. Listen to me. What are the only factors of 17?
17 and 1.
Yeah, so you just would write 17 and 1.
Okay.
All right, now what you're doing.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, see, don't worry about the plus and minus. Do the plus and minus last. Do the plus and minus last. All right, so now what's true?
Then you're trying to get -18.
So
both of them would be negative.
yes, there you go. All right, Ellis.
it would be d and b.
Mm-hmm.
It would be minus 6 plus 2.
Think about it. You understand me, right?
Yeah.
Plus 6 minus 2. Those are good little mistakes. Remember, you always determine the sign by the middle term. All right, 52.
So parentheses back x.
Mm-hmm.
6 and 7.
That's exactly correct. And then
And then it would be -6.
that's the answer. Easy. Very easy. Okay, next. Yes, it would. Plus 7 minus 5. All right, good job. All right. Hey, you're up. Tell me what to do on 58. Wow, good job, buddy. Okay, one last chance. Anybody have any questions? Sebastian.
So, like, the checking part, I'm a little confused.
2 smiley faces, man. That's all you got to do.
So,
How much is that? -14 plus 2. That's the middle term.
oh,
So when like you can't multiply it, you just do it adding.
I don't know what you mean. Tell me.
So you can say on the 13.
Okay, let me go.
Would you do what was it? 6 and 7?
For which one? Oh, for 52?
Yeah.
Because 6 times 7 is 42. and I want it to be a positive 42, so they're either both positive or they're both negative. But I want it to be negative 13. So it has to be negative 6, negative 7 makes negative 13. X times x makes x squared. Negative 6 times negative 7 makes positive 42. What?
So for one, like number 33, when there's like just like a variable that's either positive or negative, you just treat that as a number.
Yeah, negative 1. Somebody else. All right, so guess what your homework is?
All of it.
All of it.
Okay.
First page. That's it. First page. Like I said, once you get the hang of it, it's super simple. Super simple. If you get stuck on one, just let me know.
Are you gonna post this?
What I want to do is, let's just go around the room. I'm going to go ahead and do first period, first algebra class, we'll do the first row. Second algebra class, I'll do the what? Second row. Third algebra class, I'll do the what?
Third row.
Third row. Then you can have all the answers. Okay? So, who's got number 61? Go ahead, Caroline Bain. Good. Good. X plus 9, x minus 7. Who's got 64? Go. Caroline Brandeis.
R's
Uh-huh.
and then plus 7.
Good. 67. Who's got it? Danzy.
It would be x in parentheses and then x minus 5 and x minus 2.
Beautiful. See, I told you guys, easy. Will, did you say 70?
What?
Tell me about 70. Come on.
Okay, so I need to do x parentheses. And then so you do -7.
Exactly. 73 over here, Avery. What? Yes, minus 8 for both of them. All right, who's on 76? Someone do 76 and tell me the good. Connor, good.
You know the X's and the consequences positive.
Good job, buddy. 79, somebody. Good.
Would be a parentheses. Yeah, plus 3 and 3 and oh, no, it's 3 plus 2.
Does that make 7?
Oh,
What does make 7?
no, 6
There you go. That's it. Don't be sorry. Come on, you're learning. 6 plus 1. All right, and 82. Go ahead, tell me. Yeah, look how simple, guys. It's really helping you with your arithmetic. Because you got to multiply and add. All right? Please get all done, guys. I promise you it's not that hard. All right? It's not that hard. Then tomorrow, a little bit tougher. A little bit tougher because the leading coefficient is different. But I'll show you a great technique. It'll be easy for you. All right? Very important. Almost as important as graphing lines is factoring. Good job.